question I already know the answer to, but I feel a lot of people would benefit. Should you keep your cryptos on the exchange?
You know what I'm going to say already,
Exactly. I feel a lot of
No.
people need to hear this.
No, not at all. So there's some YouTubers out there, right? And I'm not trying to diss no one because I've learned a lot from some of them out there. But there's some YouTubers out there. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that's out there, a lot of the content is geared towards people with a lot of money.
Right.
And they will say to you, unless you got like tens of thousands of pounds on the exchange, that just leave it on the exchange. Right. Because these exchanges pay millions of pounds a year for security, and that they have things in place where they can kind of refund your money up to a certain amount. Yeah. However, that's not always the case. There have been recent reports about Coinbase customers getting hacked and they can't get their assets off the exchange. And Coinbase is saying, we can't help you because it doesn't fall under certain criteria for us to help you. Yeah. Right. And then Binance, I mean, we was in the group the other day and someone said their Binance got hacked. Yeah, yeah. Right? They couldn't get in, they couldn't sign in, they couldn't get their money. And then there's situations where some exchanges, they've been on some real skullduggery, it's happened in Turkey, whatever, and they've been shut down. So for me, and then obviously, so I'll give you like kind of both sides of the coin because I think it's important. Yeah. So then there's those situations, right? Then there's also the fact that just like the bank, all right, so the bank holds your money. And let's say, for example, you had £1 million, you know, I hope you will get £1 million one day. But you had £1 million and you put it in the bank. And then 3 days later, 4 days later, you say, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself, you know, I'm going to buy a car. Yeah, your classic car, whatever. And you go into the bank, you say, do you know what? I want to withdraw £500,000 cash. Because I brought in 500, I brought in £1 million cash. So I want £500,000 cash. Yeah. They will tell you come back in a week or so because your cash ain't there. Yeah. They've done taking your cash, put it in one of their vaults and reinvested it or used it to pay off one of their own loans. Yeah. So they're benefiting from your money. And then they got the cheek to tell you they're only going to give you 0.1% interest on your savings.
Some real disrespect, bro.
That's dirty, isn't it? So anyway, think of the exchange in the same way. When you leave your crypto on the exchange, they can do with it as they wish. They can reinvest it, they can stake it, you know, and then all they do is they can borrow it from elsewhere or rebuy and just give you back what they've staked, what you're trying to take out. That's how they make money. Yeah, money for met. But so now let's say now you can't get into the app, whatnot, your crypto is stuck on there. Now, these people telling you you don't need to take it off the exchange unless you've got tens of thousands of pounds, they don't realize how hard you work for your money. Exactly. They don't realize what £100 might mean to you, what a monkey, what £500 might mean to you. Yeah. It's a certain level of arrogance to say to someone, you don't need a hardware wallet or a digital wallet to store your assets. So for me personally, I take my assets off the exchange and I store them in a digital wallet and I have my hardware wallet on its way. Yeah. Now, everything digital can be hacked. Everything digital, because I'm going to give you the other side of the coin now. Everything digital can be hacked. So if you're not safe and you're opening emails you don't recognize, answering calls you don't recognize, clicking links you don't recognize, texting back to numbers you don't recognize, you need to question everything when you're in this space. In fact, you should be questioning everything now because this is the technical era we're living in. Yeah. Right? Scams are just getting better and better and better. Yeah. So I take mine off the exchange and I put them in a digital wallet. That way, anything happens to the exchange, my assets are safe. Yeah. Do not get me wrong. I've got Crow staked on the exchange. It's the only thing I leave on there, my Crow, because that's in Crypto.com for those that realize. Yeah. I have that staked on there for my card, free Spotify. Jeez, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And the metal card is nice, let's face it. And then I have my kind of quick flips on there. Yeah. So for example, coins that I'm not gonna hold for long. Yeah. Or so for example, I bought a lot of assets just before the crash. Right. Then we had a 50% crash. So what did I do? I bought the same amount of what I had already bought mostly.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it doubled up, I sold it.
Yeah.
And what that meant is I got back what I had spent, plus what I'd spent on the other assets, which brought my risk down to zero because I've taken my initial investment off the table.
Yeah. I love that.
That's it. So it can it can do what it wants now. It can go up and down, whatever news comes out, it's fine. It's in my wallet. The other side of the coin is you have to ask yourself, have you ever lost any keys? Have you ever misplaced the wallet? Have you ever lost the receipt? That is what it's like looking after your funds in a digital wallet. You are 100% responsible for the keys. Yeah. So as they say, not your keys, not your crypto. So you get full
tell them again, bro. Tell them again, please.
Not your keys, not your crypto. Yes. And that's what DeFi means, decentralized finance. And these wallets are DeFi wallets. Yeah. Right. So I put my assets in several different wallets. I use the Cryptocom DeFi wallet. I use Exodus, Atomic wallet. I think that's it. The IOTEX wallet. And it's just so that not everything's in the same place as well. So that if anything did happen, it's a bit safer. But as I said, my hardware wallet's come in. I'm going to do a little review on that, a little opening first impressions video, I think, when it comes. The hardware wallet, they've got to come in your house. Yeah. And get you to tell them the details in order to hack that. They've got to come with machinery. So, and we know that's not happening. This is not a house you want to come to and try that. You know,
very bad idea, bro.
You understand? And you can still stake your assets from the hardware wallet. So for me, this is how I see it. I see it like this: you got your quick flips, you make a profit. Yeah. Obviously, you can compound invest, but actually, an investment would be to buy your your hardware wallet. Yeah. So when you take out a profit on something, why not take some of those profits and buy yourself a hardware wallet? And then what you do is you safeguard yourself against being hacked, or the exchange going down for whatever reason it is.
So with a hardware wallet, you've really got to look after that. If something happens to that, is that your crypto gone?
Yeah, it's a safe. It's a safe. Now, I'm going to look into it a bit further before I say that, actually, because with a digital wallet, you can download it on your phone, move your assets over, then delete the wallet off your phone. And you can restore that wallet from any device as long as you have the keys. Yeah. So I'll look into that further. Maybe it might be possible, and I'm hoping it's possible, actually, that if you lost your wallet, as long as you've got the keys, you can restore that particular software and information on a different hardware. So I'm going to look into that. It's a good question, actually.
And just for clarification, when we're talking keys, it's actually like phrases, isn't it? Like
so you can forget all your, make sure you've got a digit, make sure you've got a symbol, password. They give you seed phrases, like the most random words: dog, fish, river, sunshine, cloud, sea, whatever. And it'd be like 14, 12 or 21 words. Don't be tempted to screenshot them and leave them on your phone. You can see your screenshots. You know, don't be taking pictures of your cards and stuff like that. If you do, delete them, empty your recycle bin, but write them down in a book. I don't have my book with me, but my family know my green book. And I tell you what else, actually, and I don't mean to be morbid, but none of us are guaranteed tomorrow, bro. And I think that is important for my family to know that if something happens to me, you can access the funds here because you're building it for them. So they know where the keys are, and if anything happens to me, because it's my crypto, my assets, it's not held in an exchange, they haven't got to go through no palaver or filling out any forms or contacting this company or that company. They're just there. You know, you could open a wallet for each of your children and just slowly top it up every month, you know. So
wow, you're just giving me an idea. I like
that. Bro, that's my plan anyway. 1% Bitcoin for all of the kids. I personally believe everyone should at least own 1% Bitcoin. That's a story for another time.
And as for the phrases, like the keys, can you change them, or is it what you're given? That's
it's what you're given, random generated. Now, I'm not sure about the hardware wallet. I really need to look into this. I'm new to hardware wallet, but from what I understand, you should not receive a hardware wallet with the keys attached. that means that somebody else has got them somewhere.
Yeah.
So I need to really look into how those keys are generated, and I'll get back to you on that one, bro.
That's just like when you get a card in the post, you'll never get the card and the pin in the same letter. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to be looking into that.
Okay.